it's helpful to have some outside ears giving you some help, basically. And a manager is supposed to look at an artist from an overall perspective. I've always, if I would take almost any single act and say, they're probably a pretty bad judge of what's the song on their record that should be the hit. Sting was always an artist where, I would nudge him in terms of which was the song that would work, or what, this song needs some help here and there, and he always welcomed that sort of outside input if somebody was being honest with him. So I think sometimes the more knowledge you have, the less you can look at it from the standpoint of the audience. And the manager's job really is to have a step back and look at it from the standpoint of, okay, what you're doing, I like what you're doing, but I need to help you make it in a way which is going to have a broader perspective, and I need to give you a bit of outside input. And that's helpful. It's sometimes a problem in the sense that, you sometimes get an outside input, and there are a lot of people who believe there are rules in the business. And there are rules, but every rule can be broken. A lot of people believe they're the ones going to break the rule, and therefore they don't think rules count. So my view is, yes, there are rules, they do count, but every now and then they can be broken. But don't think they can be broken all the time. So you have to know what the rules are, in a sense. So to try to get the market to play a 6-minute single, and you're an unknown act, sorry, that's a difficult climb. Okay, so make it 3 minutes. Okay, get to the point quick. I believe any single person is a good A&R person, because they A&R music every single day. You get in your car and you're driving along, and now it's easy because you have a little thing on your steering wheel where you can change channels. You're driving along, you don't like this song, beep, the fickle thumb of fate. Driving along, don't like the song, beep, you just A&R'd. Don't like that song. You go along until you find one you like. Bang, I like that song. I'm going to hear that one. You just were an A&R person. You chose what you wanted. Okay. So the manager's job and an A&R person's job is to say, well, okay, I've got to look at it that way. Is this a song people are going to pay attention to? They're going to like this song, and I've got to get out of my mind all these other things. It's really literally where's that finger going? Now that has caused rules in the radio land, because the rule is if it starts a cappella, chances are people are going to change the channel. If it starts in a foreign language, people are probably going to change the channel. And those are rules that normally apply, okay? But every now and then, there's something that doesn't. And one example was Desert Rose, which is Sting's biggest single. Starts in Arabic, in a voice that nobody's ever heard of before. And Radioland said, never get played in America. So they didn't play it, okay? I got it on a commercial with Jaguar, and now it's all over TV. And people heard the song, started calling up radio and say, hey, why aren't you playing the new Sting single? Radio said, what Sting single? They called the record company and said, hey, you're screwing us. You're not giving us the new Sting single. Record company said, what Sting single? He said, well, the one with that kind of strange voice and whatever. The one with the one that's in the commercial. So the record company goes, oh my God. They rushed the single out. It was Sting's biggest hit since, 2000. He hadn't had a hit since, okay? But that broke the rule. But the major rule was it sounded amazing right from the beginning. And who cared whether it was in a foreign language or not? It didn't really matter. It was just immediately like, oh, wow, I love this. And I remember conversations with the record company saying, because that was going to be the second single in America. And they said, no, it can't be. Because the rules applied. Okay. And I said, but yeah, let me ask you a question. What's your favorite song on the record? Desert Rose. To a Man. That was everybody's favorite song. Well, then why isn't that the single? Well, because it starts in Arabic. Yeah, but that's your favorite song. That's the one that you play on the record. Yeah, but it's in Arabic. I can't play. Great. So I had to find another way. But I had faith in that song. So we put it out in Europe, where they didn't have such a precious mind about the language, So there are rules, and they can be broken. But you have to understand both sides of that. And I've had so many times that an act will come to me and they'll give me something, and I go, yeah, but that's a problem. Well, rules would be broken. Yeah, but you ain't going to break it, buddy.